Good afternoon, everyone. As you can tell, I'm in the truck, or in a vehicle. I am in the truck. And sorry, I'm a little rude. I got a piece of candy in my mouth. Peppermint. But anyway, I'm headed back to work. First day back. Well, it's not exactly the first day back. I had to go work 2 times while school was down just for basketball games because it's basketball season. But this is my first regular day back. Usually during a basketball game we just kind of hang around until after the game's over, then we got to work. Sometimes we're needed to do something, but mostly we're just there, just in case. But anyway, it is cold here. The truck says it's 26 degrees, which is probably the warmest it's been in the last 3 days. The roads have taken a beating. You can probably tell. Pretty rough. It was, I don't know how low it actually got, but when I got up and around this morning, which is about 8, according to the Weather Channel on my phone, it was 8 degrees. It's cold. So far, we haven't lost any animals, which is great. It looks like this is going to break. Actually, tomorrow's not going to be as cold as today, and then it's going to slowly warm up, but we got a pretty good chance of some kind of precipitation. I don't remember whether it's Thursday and Friday or Friday and Saturday, but anyway, we've got that coming. But other than that, we've just been trying to stay warm, keep the animals fed and watered. I'm going to complain here a little bit because, man, this just chaps me in it. Maybe it'll be helpful to someone else trying to get into the livestock business. I do sell pigs. To be careful what I post on YouTube and Facebook, especially Facebook. They're fanatical about not selling animals. They're crazy, and it's dumb to me. But this isn't what I want to complain about. But while I'm on Facebook, it makes no sense to me that they would ban you doing something that is legal to do. Okay. So anyway, what I want to complain about today, and I know most people don't like to hear complain, but it's people. I've got pigs for sale, and I posted some on Craigslist, okay? And Craigslist is kind of hit or miss, you never know. But I've had several contacts on it. I put on there text messaging is the best because it is. My phone is weird. I can't keep the ringer turned on it. And there's times that I have to have the ringer off. It's not as bad as other jobs I've had. But anyway. And I don't have a voicemail set up. So just send me a text message. I'll answer just as soon as I can. But anyway. So I get messages, and let me see, one of the early ones was, I'm interested in your pigs, how much you want? Now I've got the price of them in the ad on Craigslist, and I told them, and they, well, if I take all of them, would you take basically $10 a pig less? I'm like, No. Full price. Excuse me. They said, well, would you take $5 a pig less if I took them all? No. And I never heard any more from them. And, you know, then I had one guy contact me. He said, I want 2 females. Yeah, I've got them. At first, he asked me, though, well, what have you got? And I started to get a little irritated because I've been getting all these other messages that are just crazy. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I haven't seen the ad or any of the pictures. I said, okay. So I told him, you know, if someone had sent him the information, I don't know. But, so he's like, okay, I want 2, but I can't get there. This was Friday. Today is Tuesday. I can't get, he said, I may come tonight or tomorrow. So I'm like, well, tomorrow's best because I have to work tonight. Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you know. All right. Well, he comes back a few minutes later and he's like, how early would I be able to come today? I said, well, anywhere between now and 3 o'clock, which was about noon. So I said, okay. And then he came back, well, I'll be there at 1:30. He showed up at 1:25. And I've got the pigs in the trailer already, so I pull it up in front, takes a look. He jumps in the trailer and picks out the pigs he wants. I just have to take them. He brings it, pulls them out to me. I take them and put them in his cage, and his girlfriend shuts the cage door for us. So he paid me before he ever touched a pig. No questions, no playing games, just, you know. So, anyway, I like dealing with stuff like that, with people like that. You know, 10 minutes, he's gone, I got my money, he's got his pigs, we're all happy. And then I get another one. This was Sunday, I believe. Might have been Monday. And he wanted me to, by now I've only got 8 left. He wanted me to knock $12.50 off of each pig. I said no. Never heard any more from him. I mean, and what causes these kind of problems? Now think about this is where it starts to get educational for those of you wanting to get into the pig business especially. First of all, people want everything for nothing. You know, he'll buy them pigs from me for $30 and then he'll go sell them for 65 or 70, or, you know, but here's the deal. There are people that will do that, because what they do, they jump out there in the springtime or at some point and they'll buy a boar and a sow, having no pig experience whatsoever. They, oh, it's easy taking care of pigs. And they're not a hard animal to take care of. They don't need a lot: food, water, shelter, you know. Good fences, really good fences, preferably electric fence. But I've known people that's kept them in pallet corrals, let's call it. I don't know how they've done it, but they have done it. But anyway, these people, they go out and they buy them a boar and a sow and they breed them, and then all of a sudden they've got 10, 12, 15 pigs, little pigs, baby pigs, on top of the 2 they already had, and their feed bill is way more than they expected, because a pig needs at least 5 pounds of feed a day, and that's not counting any food scraps you give them or any forage. You know, if you've got them where they can get out and get root up bugs and worms and roots and eat grass and weeds. Pigs are omnivores, they'll eat about anything. they've got all these pigs to feed, and these little pigs, they are hard to keep in. A big pig's hard to keep in when he decides he wants to get out because they're so strong. And that's another thing, the size. They put that pig out there, the only time they interact with it is when they go out and feed it. And they try to be as cheap as they can. And they find out there's some work involved. You know, you do have to go out and feed it. And if you don't have some way to secure their water where they can't, they will dump it out. In the summertime, they dump it out to make mud, or they will. And it doesn't matter how much water you put out on the ground for them to make a wallow in. They'll dump their water. In the wintertime, I think they just dump it to be dumping it, to be jerks. Pigs can be jerks. But all of a sudden, these people, they're having all these problems they didn't anticipate. And they got all these pigs, and they got to go somewhere. And sometimes, especially this time of year, pig sales are down. And people just don't buy pigs in the winter because if they got any knowledge, they know it's work, and they don't want to get out there in the wintertime and get it. What they want, most people that buy weaning pigs or feeder pigs from me, they want to have that pig for 4 to 6 months and then process it and put it in the freezer. So it's hard to sell pigs this time of year. And you've got to, it takes work. You've got to try to time your litters for when sales are best, which is early or springtime through early summer. You know, and people don't know anything. You need to educate yourself on pigs and how much they need to eat, how much space they need. You know, and one pig by itself, while it will do okay, they do better when there's at least two. They are herd animals. But anyway, they've got these pigs, and they don't want to feed them because it costs money to do that. It gets pretty expensive. I had to buy bag pig feed last week because my feed mills broke down, or the feed mill I use, and it's $10 for 50 pounds. You know, you can imagine one pig's going to eat a bag of feed a week. One pig at 5 pounds a day. Well, no, it'll eat more than that because a week is 7 days, and you need to feed 5 pounds a day. So they got all these pigs, and so they're advertising for sale, and they just want to get rid of them. They don't care. They're not out there to make money. So then the people who are buying pigs right now tend to be people that have somewhere. They found out that they can make money by buying whole litters and raising them up, and they're either selling by the cut or they've got customers. I had one guy that I talked to. He helped educate me quite a bit, but he had customers, and he didn't breed. He didn't want to get into breeding. He just wanted to buy feeders, feed them out, sell them as butcher hogs, and now he's gotten into selling by the cut. But anyway, he knew how many feeders he needed because he had them pre-sold, and that's all he wanted to buy, which that's fine. But they want to get them as cheap as they can. And they know that if you catch people that aren't educated and just want to get out from under this feed bill, you can buy them cheap. So that's what they do. And then that hurts everybody, you know. So that's the kind of thing I've been running into. I know that's a lot, but anyway, if you're thinking about the pig business, first of all, go to my Facebook page and like it and send me a message, and I'll help you out what I can. But there's a whole lot of other sources. Pastured Pigs for Beginners is a great Facebook page. There's a lot of knowledgeable people on there. Let me see, Carl Blake. I can't even name all the names, but there's good people that have been doing this for a long time, been breeding pigs and raising them on pasture. They can help you out. And I'm glad to share any information I have. But if you've stuck with me this long, thank you. And, stay warm if you're in a place where you need to do that. Because I sure enough am. But anyway, let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And however you can. I mean, there's a lot of ways to help people. Some of them don't take a lot on your part. But anyway, don't forget to pray.